Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Irfan Afiq bin Misran, and today we are going to talk about the facilities management in institution of higher learning building. So today I'm going to explain more on the introduction of our case study. Alright, the first one is the concept of FM. So the concept of sustainable building has attracted international attraction towards the environmental demands, and the focus of the sustainable principle in building design has become part of the building life cycle. So the building that is said to be successful is the building that has achieved high level of maintenance and also high level of performance. In order to achieve that targets, FM plays an important role in tackling the complexities of people, process, daily work, and also the entire building. Next, we are going to understand more about what is FM and how it works. Facilities management is an organization that delivers quality working environment and also delivers quality support services to meet the organization objective and needs. They also support multidisciplinary work or non-core activities such as energy management, property management, and also the building, the innovation, and the location, and so on. Therefore, the key mission for FM in one's buildings are: the first one is to provide effective working environment. The second one is to optimize service quality and cost. And the third one is to maximize property value. Facilities management in Malaysia has existed and been practiced for decades, started since 1980s, more incorporating management specialty that focusing on facilities has awakened people to realize the importance of managing the building. The existence of Malaysian Association of Facilities Management that was initially formed in 2005 has given big impact and strengthened all aspects of FM in Malaysia. Generally, FM in Malaysia began after the existence of these three types of management system, which is the first one is quality management system in 2000, environmental system management system in 2004, and also the security unit and health management system in 2007. So these three types of management system listed has helped FM to provide the best services in one's building. Before we move further, we has already investigated the areas of facilities management in one of the institutions of higher learning in Malaysia to be the report of our case study. Institution of higher learning is a place to produce graduation, or we can say a national hopes for the future of our country. Based on the vision, Ministry of Higher Education is developed by Malaysian government to ensure all the child in the nation have access to a high quality of education. In order to achieve that, maintenance activities is important to ensure education output are at most effective level. A good maintenance management can help to control customer satisfaction and also create a comfortable learning environment, as all of the universities in Malaysia should build a building with a latest equipment that can be operated well and maintained easily. Hence, the facilities management should provide a good and excellent management process in that particular building. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Irfan, for the explanation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Armanina and today I will present to you about facility management in UPSI. First, I will tell you about the background of UPSI. UPSI has founded as the Sultan Idris Training College. It is established by the British government and became the first institution of education in 1967. At UPSI, there have 9 faculties that have been established. If you're from Kuala Lumpur, it only takes 45 minutes to arrive at UPSI. For your information, there are two campuses of UPSI, which is the main campus is located on a 80-hectare property in Tanjung Malim, while another campus, which is new campus, is located in Proton City New Township. This new campus is 5 kilometers away from the present campus. Next, I will tell about Department of Development and Asset Management. As you know, at UPSI, the Department of Faculty Management is called as DDAM. DDAM means Department and Access Management. Function of this department is to establish the physical development and maintenance for the entire campus. The main objective of this department is first, to serve as the resource or advisor in technical aspect. Second, addressing the planning and implementation of the infrastructure project. Third, to monitor and oversee the development and maintenance project. Lastly, to manage the purchase and registration of properties. Based on the interview with one staff in UPSI, he said that scope of tasks of DDM have divided into 5 divisions. First is the Project Management Division. This division have to manage the planning and observation one of project. They also have to manage projects that involve renovating or upgrading building. Second is the Facility Management Division. In this division, they are responsible to manage all the maintenance of building, preparation and organizing the preparation of official event at UPSI. Third is the Contract and Quantity Surveying Division. This division is responsible to manage all the procurement of contract, tenders and immediate work. Fourth, they have Landscape Division and lastly they have Administration, Finance and Assets Management. That's all for me. Next, I will pass to Paris to elaborate more about facility management in UPSI. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faris and I'm going to present about the procurement and service delivery. Okay, now we go into procurement process. What is procurement? Procurement provides guidance and information on the various activities and key decisions that should be undertaken during the procurement process. Okay, first, technical specification. Technical specification is the service requirement of each component and equipment in the building, which means what equipment or the component that require the service and how the service need to be done. Okay, then the set of documents that have to be stated in full description, accurate and unambiguous. This is because to provide better understanding between the client and the supplier. Because when the tendering process, the bidder can provide an accurate pricing for the service, so we can avoid any major risk in pricing. Okay, the second one is supplier selection and contract award. As we know, UPSI is one of the Malaysian government public university, so the supply company must be registered with the Ministry of Finance as a prerequisite to participate in any government sector or semi-government sector tender and contract. UPSI will issue the open tender document through their website and provide the offer letter to the suppliers that registered with UPSI. Then evaluation will be made for the submission of proposal provided from the supplier. So the contract will be awarded to the supplier that provide the significant deals for the organization. After the tender awarded to the supplier, the next process is performance stage or post-procurement process. In this process, service level agreement, which is a contract between the contractor and client that document what services the provider will furnish and defines the service standards the provider is obligated to meet. So the purpose of this contract agreement is to manage and analyzing the requirement to a reasonable level of service delivered. Okay, for service delivery, in UPSI, the provision of facilities are both in-house and outsourced. The service that been outsourced are including mechanical and electrical equipment such as air conditioner, elevator and wiring, housekeeping, kitchen services, security, and building setup or interior and gardening services. The service that they decided to in-house is just for the minor services and repair works of the equipment such as broken door, tables, and other minor equipment in the building. Performance monitoring mechanism is an important aspect to be taken for effective contract management. It is also to decide the payment to the contractor based on their performance. UPSI approach for performance monitoring for their outsourced contractor is by KPI and APD. KPI is Key Performance Indicator, which covers the performance base, availability base, and asset availability base. APD is Ascertained Performance Deduction, which is a penalty charged if FM contractor fail to execute the works in accordance to KPI. Okay, so good facility management is required to extend the life of the building and asset. Therefore, performance management practice have to be constantly analyzed in order to have good facility management quality. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass for the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sabikur Azmi and I'll present on the facility management contract. So before I proceed, we need to know what is facility management contract. Facility management contract is a contract to a facility management company which provide facility services which handle all activities related to management, operation and maintenance of facilities. So this facility management contract is used to ensure the infrastructure assets function continuously according to the objective of its content in the contract. So, the main role of the facility management contract is that the precise scope of the facilities management services which need to be performed by the service provider, which are set out in the facility management contract, together with the relevant key performance indicator or known as KPI. So what is KPI? KPI is a measure that provides essential information about the achievement of a target level of results. So the KPI in the contract must be SMART, which stands for systematic, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So how the facility management contract at UPSI? Okay, first of all, UPSI, or known as University Pendidikan Sultan Idris, is a statutory corporation, which means it is created by state and they need to follow the government regulations. Even though they are a statutory corporation, but they still handle their incomes or financial by themselves, which means they also made a contract with a personal facility management with a 1 year contracts minimum and the maximum for 3 years contract. For example, UPSI made a contract with a cleaner company in order to ensure their facilities clean, and they made 3 years contract with them. And if UPSI want to work with the same company, they will just renew the contract with them. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter for the next presentation.
Okay, so next we proceed with the facilities management issues and challenges in higher learning institution. So for the first issues and challenges in higher learning institution is about communication. The first challenge is the communication. The facility managers need to know how to communicate in a way that's accurate and compelling and that capture executive attention. It requires spending time talking with the staff or the other department staff or with senior managers about what they view is important. So for me, a communication is a top priority in facilities management. So the next issue is the tight class scheduling. That site coordination work is difficult to arrange, especially for works involving suspension of manpower or air conditioning supply or noise. So when repairs or maintenance are done during a busy class schedule, it will distract students while studying in the classroom, and the student will also lose focus in the classroom. So it will be result in an unsafe environment for students too. In addition, the absence of buffer area for temporary staff housing during construction may lead users to be inconvenienced due to the noise and the dust. So the last issues and challenges is about managerial culture. So what is managerial culture? The managerial culture is the system of values, belief, aspiration, expectation, and behaviors of the managers from an organization that is reflected in management types and styles that are practiced within the organization, sensibly marking the content of the organizational culture and its performance. So according to the facilities manager, the university stakeholder did not think that suspending or interrupting building service or causing inconvenience to user was appropriate. So in comparison to the other kinds of facilities management, this is more restrictive. In addition, the top management believed that spending money on amenities was a waste of money rather than adding to increasing the value of property. So as the result, the university image facilities management is humble, which poses problems for facilities manager in generating conformity and cooperation from many stakeholders.
So now we will continue with facilities management challenges during COVID-19 outbreak. So nowadays we have been shot with this pandemic since last year. This pandemic has spread around the world and affected many people, including the facilities management. So one of the biggest impact to FM is the contractors are not allowed to do their jobs to check on the quality and performance, renovating and maintenance, as the government only allow the essential sector to proceed on their operation. As the universities also closed during this period, any uncritical cases such as having broken doors in the building, repairing cannot be done as it is not essential since there is no student there. For some critical cases that can be worked on by the contractors is the critical one, which is an example leaking roofs that will cause floodings or some system damage. Then we have pent up backlogs of works that affect the FM because of the services, equipments, and supplies are delayed due to this pandemic. We often see pent-up demand during depression or a recession, especially nowadays with this pandemic ongoing. Delays in purchasing equipment and supplies are one of the factors that contribute to the backlog demand unleashed, as this sector is not essential during the slowdown period. So the last one, FM also affected as there is a decrease on the labor work, and this results on the increasing time of the services ongoing, as decreasing the labor work is being done to minimizing the risk of the COVID-19. Such example on cleaning purpose. Usually it will work on daily basis, which is everyday cleaning has been done in the building, but due to this pandemic it is only be done frequently, which is once a week. So it will affect FM as they will have less demand and it will exert pressures on the capacity of service providers and decrease their performance and quality.
For the first recommendations is raising understanding and active open communications. So the first one, the negotiation is necessary for an alternative or arranging class swapping. So in a facilities management, raising understanding and active open communication leads to a better team management and even more defined goals. Communication between workers and managers may become strained and difficult in the facilities management business because of the multiple management level. So people will do occupation more efficiently if they are aware of the goals that teams are striving for and what is required to attain them according to the concept of awareness. So next, we move to the second recommendation to improve the facilities management, which is facilities manager may plan ahead for the new schedule for the contractor. So maybe the facilities manager can make a new schedule, like ask the contractor to come and do some maintenance or some repairing work at the semester break, so it will not cause any disturbance towards students, like it will not disturb the students focus in the class and so on. So next, the facilities manager suggested that if there can be a buffer space as a staff temporary workplace, the adjacent staff can move out from the original office during the refurbishment period. Then the disturbance that may cause the users during the works can be minimized and the replanning work can be done efficiently. So this so for the last recommendation is it related to the buffer space that I told you in the issues and challenges just now. Thank you.
For the next recommendation, FM can refocus on plans that address all aspects of workplace safety, such as the workplace maintenance, equipment, ventilation, and many more. As the universities have been closed or partially closed during this COVID-19 outbreak, facilities management must determine which area requires attention and adjustment. If facilities management are not sure with this item, then facilities management also can consult with the facility service provider who can assist them in cleaning and sanitizing the facility. And last but not least, FM also should cooperate with the health and wellness in this pandemic. Facilities management cannot afford to overlook the importance of keeping the facilities as clean as possible, because this is a common issue nowadays. So this is important to ensure the sanitary working condition in the building, which is the universities, and promoting a safer and more efficient workplace or facilities environment during this pandemic. As conclusion, facilities management did have a big responsibility in managing the facilities in Malaysia, especially for the higher learning institution. So, from our research and also interviews that we have been done, we managed to learn about the contract that have been made by the facilities management, and also the challenges that the facilities management have been faced along this time, and currently, um, due to this pandemic, they have faced many challenges during this time. So I think that's all from us, and thank you.